Everyone. With divine blessings of Dr. A. Shanmugasundaram, Founder Chancellor, and on behalf of our beloved trustee, Mrs. Annapurni Shanmugasundaram Madam, on behalf of our School of Allied Health Sciences, Arupadividi Medical College and Hospital Campus, Venaga Missions Research Foundation, we welcome you all for the 21st Quality Webinar Series on role of IQSC in pursuit of quality assurance in higher education. I am extremely delighted to welcome our guest of honor, Professor Mr. Vivek Raghavan Sir, Department of Medical Laboratory Technology, Senior Admin Officer, IQAC, MCHP, Chairperson, Admin and Promotional Committee, MCHP, Manipal University. Professor Dr. P. Nanashekhar Sir, Director of Internal Quality Assurance at Venaga Missions Research Foundation, deemed to be University, Salem. Professor Dr. B. Sandalkumar Sir, Dean and Director of AHS, Venaga Missions Research Foundation, deemed to be University, Salem. Mr. Andrew John Sylvester Sir, Director in Charge of School of Allied Health Sciences, Puducherry. All head of the department, teaching faculties, dear students, and everyone. We welcome you all. I am pleased to invite our astonishing Mr. Andrew John Sylvester Sir, Director in Charge, to give the welcome address. I am proud to bring the notice of the gathering that he has been selected as the first Indian member at the Central Society of Electroneurodiagnostic Technologists, CSET USA.
A warm and graceful noon wishes to all, one and all. I'm extremely happy to be giving this opportunity to welcome you all on this 21st Quality Webinar Series on the role of Internal Quality Assurance Cell in the pursuit of quality assurance in higher education, hosted by our School of Allied Health Sciences, Venaga Missions Research Foundation, deemed to be University, Arupadividi Medical College and Hospital Campus, Puducherry. With the heavenly blessings of our Founder Chancellor, Honorable Dr. A. Shanmugasundaram Sir, with the benevolence of Honorable Mrs. Annapurni Shanmugasundaram Madam, with their blessings and the guidance of our Chancellor, Dr. A.S. Ganesan Sir, and the Director of VMRF, Dr. Anuradha Ganesan Madam, respected resource person of this webinar, Professor Mr. Vivek Raghavan Sir, Department of MLT, Senior Administrative Officer, IKSC, MCHP, Chairperson, Admission and Promotional Committee, Manipal University. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We also welcome our ever-loving Dean and Director of Allied Health Sciences, Professor Dr. B. Sandalkumar Sir. We welcome you, sir. We welcome Director of IKAC, Professor Dr. P. Nanashekhar Sir. We welcome you, sir. We are also extremely happy to welcome the university officials, head of the institutions, HODs, faculties, admin staff, and my dear students for this 21st Quality Webinar Series. On behalf of School of Allied Health Sciences and the entire fraternity of our institution, I welcome you all for this 21st Quality Webinar Series. Thank you and have a wonderful time.
Thank you, sir. Professor Mr. Vivek Raghavan Sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Medical Laboratory Technology, Manipal College of Health Professions, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal. Sir has completed BS in Medical Laboratory Technology in 2000 and MS in Medical Laboratory Technology in Calicut University 2004. From 2004, he started working as 2 years as laboratory technologist in Center for Chest Diseases, Kannur and Kerala. 3 years as lecturer, Department of Medical Laboratory Technology. 3 years as assistant professor, Department of Medical Laboratory Technology. 2 years as HOD in charge of Department of Medical Laboratory Technology. 10 years as assistant professor, senior scale, Department of Laboratory Technology. Current position, Sir is working as assistant professor, selection grade, Department of Medical Laboratory Technology, MCHP, Manipal Academy of Higher Education. Sir has highest interest in research in clinical laboratory, quality management, biomarkers in non-communicable diseases, and immunohematology. Sir has published 5 Scopus indexed paper and guided many students' projects. Sir is the chairperson, Empowered Committee for Admission and Promotional Activities, Senior Administrative Officer, IQAC, Internal Auditor, ISO 14001 and 9001, Director Coordinated, Integrated Management System, ISO 9001 and 14001, MCHP, MAHE. Conducted more than 75 integrated management system audit of Constituent Institute of MAHE. I consider it a great honor to welcome Professor Mr. Vivek Raghavan sir to start the session.
Good afternoon, all. Thank you, Madam Ayama, for a nice introduction. Good afternoon, Senthil sir, Gunashekharan sir, and Andrew sir. It's a great honor. Yeah, great honor and privilege for me to present what I have gained and learned from these many years of experience, which I am going to share with you. It's mainly about IQAC, and as you all know, you are very much aware of that IQAC an integral part of NAC. According to the UGC, it's going to be mandatory for all the institutes, universities, autonomous institutes, standalone colleges has to go for NAC accreditation. When it comes to NAC accreditation, IQAC plays a major role in NAC accreditation of all the institutions. And last 2-3 decades, we have seen a major growth in the education sector, and you might have seen many fancy programs are coming, and which those programs which lacked any kind of validation. So in order to uphold the quality and relevance of the higher education, the UGC Grant Commission has come up with this NAC, and as per we had initially the University Grant Commission, and the Government of India rolled out NEP in 1986, and then in 1992 they came up with the action plan for an NEP, and currently we have a NEP 2020, and UGC has the implementation of this validation and an assessment of the universities. UGC has given the guidelines to the NAC, and NAC is the accrediting agency which usually come for the assessment and evaluation, and based on that different grades have been awarded to the universities and colleges. Before this is just an introduction about the entire general scenario about the NAC. Let me start my presentation. Sir, is it visible? Is it visible, sir?
It's a process, sir.
Yes, sir. It's now.
It's visible, no? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So today I'll be talking about the role of IQAC in pursuit of quality assurance in higher education. So the central government has assigned the responsibility NAC, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, to evaluate and assess the colleges across India for quality in education. So as I projected, we have 7 aspects which comes under the NAC, key performance indicators. It's as you can see in the projector in the PPT, it's curricular aspects, teaching learning evaluation, research and consultancy and extension, infrastructure and learning resources, student support and progression, governance and leadership management, innovation and best practices. So based on these 7 criteria or clauses, NAC is going to assess us. If it is a university, and the marking will be different. If it is a university, the curricular aspects will carry 150 marks, and teaching and evaluation will carry 200 marks, and research and consulting and extension will carry 250 marks, Infrastructure and learning resources will carry 100. Student support and progression will carry 100. And governance, leadership and management will carry 100. And innovation and best practices will carry 100. And autonomous institution, it may, and affiliated institution, it may vary. The scores may vary. I hope already you are aware of this. So what is NAC actually? NAC is a National Assessment and Accreditation Council. It was established by UGC in the September 1994 at Bangalore for evaluating the performance of the universities and colleges in the country. So the usually NAC conduct audit. It mainly to enhance the quality academic aspects of the higher education institutions. So what is this IQAC? I'm sure that you are well aware of IQAC. Many of you will be part of the IQAC. IQAC is nothing but the internal quality assurance cell, which as a part of institution, it is mandatory that every institution should create an IQAC for NAC accreditation and the evaluation. So establishing the NAC cell is the first, the establishment of the IQAC is the first step towards the institutionalization and internalization of quality enhancement initiative. When an institution going for a NAC accreditation, it is mandatory that first they have to establish a IQAC cell, IQAC internal quality assurance cell, and we have an IQAC is not a hierarchical structure or a record keeping unit. As far as it's concerned, sometimes we have a misconception that it's an hierarchical structure. We may have to report to IQAC for many of the things, and majorly they take care of all the records which belongs to the assessment part of the institution. IQAC's major role is to facilitate and participative unit of the institution and accomplish the accreditation process and all or help institution to achieve the accreditation status. So coming on to the objective of the IQA in internal quality assurance cell, mainly they have internal quality assurance cell have 5 objectives. First one is development and application of quality benchmarks, parameters for various academic and administrative and research activities. And secondly, facilitating the creation of learner-centric environment, student learner-centric environment, and provide a conducive environment for quality education. Even it also helps in the faculty maturation to adopt the required knowledge and adapting the teaching technology, etc. Apart from these two, IQAC also looking to take feedback from different stakeholders. When I say stakeholders, the main stakeholders are the students, then the parents, then the alumnus, then the employees. Apart from this, they also take feedback from the departments, faculties, and the peers. The next objective of the IQAC is the dissemination of information on various quality parameters. Like we used to conduct NAC awareness program, then NEP awareness program, then quality awareness program, environmental management awareness. These kind of awareness we have to create among our peers, students, etc. This is also conducted by internal quality assurance cell. And help the department in organizing the intra-institutional workshop, seminar. These are the main objective of the IQAC. Coming on to the what IQAC actually facilitate. So they mainly facilitate the institution or the department in documentation of the various programs so that it can be, improve the documentation process in the department, further leading to a proper NAC accreditation assessment, so that we can progress for a NAC accreditation purpose. It act as a nodal agency of the institution for coordinating quality related activities, including adoption and dissemination of best practices among the departments, even in the intra-departmental best practices. Even it also involves in the research sharing and networking with other institutes in India and abroad. Even development and maintenance of institutional database through management information system for the purpose of maintaining and enhancing institutional quality. And it also develops a quality culture in the institution. Even it prepare the institution for annual quality assurance report, that is AQR, as per the guidelines and parameter of the NAC, which has to be submitted to the NAC every year by any institution which is accredited by the NAC. So coming on to the operational features of the IQAC. So based on the vision and the objective of the IQAC, we can have 8 operational features of the IQAC. One is to plan to achieve the standards in the institutional, then commitment to improvement, then balance the growth of the improvement. It also helps in the efficient and effective way of how we can do the work. Then establish procedures and modalities for the data management, quality initiatives, reports and data submission to statutory bodies, and transparency and website readiness. So these are the 8 operational features of the IQAC. So coming on to the composition of IQAC in the university, this is I'm talking in terms of what we follow here. IQAC usually comprises of if it's in a university level, usually the chairperson will be the vice chancellor. Then we also IQAC comprises teachers, mainly in the university level, deans and HODs. Then the management representative, maybe quality director or a director from PG Institute, or then a senior administrative officer in the rank of a registrar, and other senior administrative officers can be considered. And nominee from local society, students and alumni, it's mandatory. They have to be the part of the IQAC. Mainly one local representative mandatory. Students representative from any school or any program can be accommodated. Even one alumni representative from any school or any department, and one nominee from the employers, one employer representative, and the coordinator of IQAC. It can be from the quality and compliance department, then one external experts. So this is at the level of IQAC this is the composition of IQAC at the level of university. If you go to the institutional level, this I'm talking in terms of what we actually follow here. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
It's audible, sir.
Yeah. So coming on to the institutional level composition of IQAC. So we actually ours is a deemed university. So we have a top management. We have a IQAC at the university level. Then institutional level we have IQAC. Our dean is the chairperson for the head of the institution is the chairperson for the IQAC. And we actually the members from different departments, that from the designation of assistant professor and associate professor, 3 to 8 members are nominated by the department, and 1 member from the management, maybe the office superintendent or a manager of the office. Then the senior administrative officer from the institutional office, and 1 nominee each from the local society. He may not be the part of the IQAC cell of the university, and 1 nominee each from the employer, maybe industrialist or the stakeholder. Even we also call parents, one or two parents to take feedback during the IQAC, and one of the senior teacher as a coordinator of the IQAC, and the student council representative. These are the people who comprises comprises our IQAC cell in MCHP. And we usually meet quarterly and discuss the various action plan, various strategies, and even we take feedback from the students, parents, employers, and we minute it, and we report it, and we try to rectify whatever lacunae is found during the IQC meeting. So the membership for IQAC, the membership duration for the IQAC is as per the NAC, it is for the 2 years, and which can be extended depending on the top management decision. Then the IQAC meeting at least once in every quarter it has to be conducted as per the NAC guidelines. It is mandatory that we have to conduct IQAC meeting once in every quarter. And the quorum, when you come to the quorum of the to conduct the IQAC meeting, 2/3 of the total members should be present when IQAC meeting to conduct a IQAC meeting to be held. This has to be captured. A record of attendance has to be captured during the meeting. The agenda, action plan need to be documented and maintained electronically, this and in a retrievable format as per the NAC guidelines. And when you're selecting the members also, you can consider selecting member from different background, and who has an excellent and dynamic academic and research record. And it is advisable to change coordinator every 3 years, so that new ideas can come into the system. And usually the coordinator of the IQSCs will be a senior person who has a rich exposure of the quality aspects. So one of the major aim or objective of the IQS is the submission of the we consider the submission of AQR, annual quality audit report, which is mandatory by NAC. The institution, as per NAC, the institution should have a functional IQAC, and the minute of the IQAC meeting compliance to the decisions taken should be uploaded onto the institutional website, and the institution should have uploaded the AQR on its institutional website for access to its all stakeholders. It's as mandatory as per the NAC. And a functional IQAC and timely submission of AQR is immense. It's the minimum requirement for second and third cycle and subsequent cycle of accreditation. When you go for an accreditation after the first cycle of accreditation, it is mandatory that every academic year, by the December 31st, you have to upload your AQR annual quality audit report when you are going for a second and third cycle and subsequent cycle of accreditation. And usually when the NAC peer team come to visit the campus for the inspection, usually they interact with the IQAC members and they actually take feedback on how the functioning, progress, and quality initiative of the institute. Actually, they discuss with the IQAC member, and the AQR of the preceding year should be submitted, and usually the AQR of the preceding year should be submitted to NAC before 31st of the December. And so in one cycle, AQR for of previous 4 years, 4 academic years has to be submitted as per NAC guidelines. So now the AQR guidelines are, this is I have taken from AQR guidelines, which is published by NAC. So different AQR guidelines has to be adopted according to the type of institution. Universities, autonomous college, affiliated constant UG college, constant PG college, teacher education institution, health science universities, all will have a different AQR guidelines. So we have to adopt the AQR guideline according to the type of institute we belong to. So coming on to the quality assurance initiative taken by IQAC. This I'm going to mainly discuss about what all the activities actually we at MCHP we do as an IQAC cell. We mainly take care of the accreditation and participation in ranking and the program recognition. We also provides documents for surveys, even certification aspects, and we also conduct a lot of awareness programs, audits, and e-governance and e-governance and documentation. These are the major activities which we carry out in MCHP as a part of internal quality assurance cell. So coming on to the accreditation, the major accreditation as you all know, we actually go for a National Assessment and Accreditation Council, and the last year MCA Manipal Academy of Higher Education is accorded with A++. We scored around 3.67. So a little bit on the accreditation process. So this is how the accreditation process happens in a system. Higher education institution registration happens. Then we have then IIQA registry using Windows system. IIQA is nothing but the institutional information for quality assessment. Once if it is accepted by the NAC authorities, then we have to go for SSR. SSR is nothing but the self as you know, self-study report, and this has two aspects, two metrics. One is qualitative and other one is the quantitative metrics. And the qualitative metrics carry 70% of the weightage, and the quantitative metrics carry 30% of the weightage. And this SSR has to be once you submit the IIQA, you register, the institution will be informed within the 15 days. Once it is accepted, then we have to submit a self-study report, which comprises of qualitative and quantitative data, which has to be submitted within 45 days, which excluding XSR. So they will assess based on the data which we have provided, and 30% of SGS, system generated pre-qualification, that for that 30% of system generator score has to be achieved. Then we get passed. Then a peer team visit will they will arrange for the peer team visit within the 90 days. They will verify both the qualitative and quantitative data what we have provided, and they will calculate the CGPA based on the data which qualitative and quantitative data which we have provided. So this is the NAC grading system. I hope all of you are aware of it. So if you get institutional cumulative grade point average of 3.5, between 3.51 and 4, you will be accredited as 8++, and 3.26 to 3.50 will be accredited as A+, and 3.01 to 3.25 will get an letter A accreditation, and so on. So this is the current grading system NAC has adopted. So sorry, yeah, as a part of NAC accreditation process, we usually conduct audits. That I will discuss in upcoming slide. Even as a part of IQAC cell, we also provide data for different ranking. As of now, Allied Health has institutions not under the NIRF ranking, but not under the purview of NIRF ranking. We actually provide data for the QS ranking and the Times Higher Education ranking, which also contribute to the improvement of the ranking system of the university. Apart from that accreditation and the ranking system, IQAC is a part of a program recognition also. We have a few programs which require Rehabilitation Council of India's recognition and ARB recognition, Atomic Energy Regulatory Board recognition. We are the part of the committee. IQAC is the part of the committee which provide guidelines and help documentation during the process of RCI evaluation and ABRB evaluation. And when they come for program recognition and all, we usually manages the documentation part. We provide the documents as and when required. Then we also part of the survey. Survey conducted by different magazine, for example, Weekends magazine and Times, etc. We provide the data for this also. Then we also part of certification, ISO 9001 and ISO 14001. ISO 9000 for quality and ISO 14000 for environment. Now in our system, it is an integrated management system which consists of both ISO 9001 and 14001. And we take care of the all audit planning related to this quality management system, ISO 9001 and the ISO 14001. And we conduct a lot of awareness programs. Sorry. Awareness program related to NAC accreditation, integrated management system awareness, fire and emergency mock drill, and learning management system, and national education related to national education policy, awareness and training. For mainly these 6 aspects, we conduct awareness for among faculties and students. Then the major thing, the audit. And we actually design and implement the objective of the college. And for that purpose, to attain that quality, we do have a quality audit system in our institution. We do conduct quality audit, then academic audit, environmental audit, and the empowered committee audit. So in our academic system, we have a our academy, we have an institutional head. Under the institutional head, we have a different head of the departments. And apart from that, the departments, we have different empowered committees, 7 empowered committees. They look into different aspects, especially look into the aspects of student affairs, quality, then promotional and admission, then internationalization, then alumni and industry license. So these are independent committees which take care of the each activities related to their aim and objective. So audit will be held in department and empowered committees, even at the top management level. Usually we conduct quality audit. IQAC will conduct schedule for audit every year. We conduct quality audit twice a year. Sir, hope it is the same with your institution also. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm just asking, we have a system? You also have a system for audit?
Yes, sir. We have system for audit, sir.
How frequently you conduct audit?
In 3 months, sir. 3 months once we will conduct a periodic audit, sir.
Or 3 months? It's a academic audit or it's
Sir, both admin and academic audits, sir.
both admin? Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So our frequency is for quality audit is twice in a year, and once the quality audits will take once it is over, we usually the procedure what we do is we request all the empowered committees and departments to close those NCs as an observation. Once it is done, then there we conduct a verification audit whether the NCs and observation has been closed or not. Then we will escalate whatever long-standing issues. We will escalate into the MR and we try to close it. Apart from that, quality audit, that integrated audit. When I say integrated audit, it's a quality audit and the environmental aspects audits. Environmental aspects mainly we audit the water consumption, paper consumption, and the instruments like whether like from the from the installation to the contamination of the instrument, what all the activities we have a specific guidelines for all these aspects. When coming to the academic audit is a separate audit which we conduct how the academic delivery is happening in the system. So it is usually conducted twice during midterm, once after the midterm examination and once after the end semester examination. So that any lacunae in the academic delivery can be closed. That's why we conduct. So in a year, 4 academic audit usually happens. Then we environmental audit that we conducted as an integrated audit, integrated system management audit. Then empowered committee audits. This because these committees have independent power to function. So anything related to their objective will be audited, and any lacunae find we will request them to close it. Then the next function what we do is the e-governance and documentation. So documentation is an integral part of NAC assessment. So we actually take care of all the data and documentation related to all the 7 criteria of the NAC, starting from curricular aspect, teacher learning evaluation, research and consultancy, infrastructure and learning resources, student support progression, governance and leadership, and innovation and best. The documents related to all these aspects, we actually take care of it. This is actually required for when we go for the annual quality AQR submission. Then we also have a mechanism for data management. Especially we take care of the enrollment data, the number of students enrolled and number of students passed out, examination data like result analysis, even the slow learner, advanced learner data, even the research data, then international student data. All this is maintained at the IQAC level. Even in the departmental level also, each department keep the data related to, but they will share it with us so that we can centralizely keep these data. So it is very easy to access when the assessment or peer review committee come for the assessment. And the another major thing what we does is the feedback. We take student feedback twice in a year after the end semester examination. Even we also collect alumni feedback, those students those who are exiting from the institution. So that actually gives a clear view or picture of the institution, and it gives an idea about which all the area we need to improve. Even we also take faculty feedback every year, even peer feedback and the alumni feedback and the employer feedback. And the student feedback, we mainly there are different type of students feedback. One we take is related to the program, and one related to the academic delivery. These are the two main feedback we actually collect from the students. So in summary, the IQAC attempt to offer a globalized platform to students through inculcating the think locally and at globally mindset. What I have shared, sir, it's mainly related to what we practice here and how we prepare for the NAC assessment. So one of the major thing I would like to discuss is uh, the when we conduct audit, the checklist which we prepared. I want to know whether you actually renovate the or whether you revamp this checklist every year, or how you often you review the checklist.
Sir, by every year we will review the checklist, sir.
And okay, and what are the content of this checklist?
So it will be related to the criteria wise, sir. So according to the criteria wise, there will be added values, sir.
Okay, okay. So when one thing I would like to add related to the checklist, when our checklist actually the revamped checklist, actually we have revamped in accordance with the NAC assessment, and which include curricular aspects. When we audit, we actually go in detail. We do a detailed audit. It usually takes 3 to 4 days. Audit, because we have around 20 departments to audit. We mainly audit the curricular aspects in each department. We audit syllabus copy, approvals of BOS, academic senate meeting, regulatory board, any regulatory approval or accreditation if it is required, that has to be taken care. Even the certificate course offered by the department, curriculum, how the curriculum has developed, or revision documents we usually check. And we also check departmental website and updation, how often the departmental website and updation has happened. Then even the departmental activities, any activities which is conducted by a department has to be put in the notice board. It gives a visibility to the department. Even program feedback analysis and action taken, these are the things we usually check in the curricular aspects. When it comes to process documents and learning, again the scheduling of the classes, we will usually check, plan for clinical posting, how it is done, method of evaluation, then attendance entry and theory and practical, because we have a learning management SLCM, students learning management life cycle system. So we usually check the how often the entry has been done properly or not. Even the examination result, it is mandatory that once the examination is done within 7 days, if it is a midterm examination, within 7 days the exam result has to be given to the student. So even the students counseling and mentoring, then evidence support for advanced learners and slow learners, what are the action taken uh, taken for those slow learners and advanced learners, and any kind of grievance, whether from the students or faculty, how it has been addressed or not. Even adjunct faculty, how the department has utilized the adjunct faculty, that also we check. Even the open elective courses, even the course plan, the timetable, method of assessment also has to be looked into as a part of IQSC. Even the placement record, campus placement, feedback on faculty from the students also has to be taken care in our usually we take care in our audit practice. This all comes under the process documents and teacher learning. Apart from that, our audit list covers research checklist related to research activities, mainly related to the research publication. Research publication, we actually, as per the university guidelines, we should have two publications it's mandatory that we should publish two. and preferably Q1 and Q2 journals. So we look into that, and faculties get incentive for publishing in Q1 and Q2 journals. So research publication, proof of submission, review, accepted published articles, all we numbers and the quality we look into, and even we look into the research grant applied and sanctioned research grant, any proof of patent, copyright, innovation, entrepreneurships, and collaboration also we look into. This all comes under the checklist of research. Then sorry. Then we have alumni related to governance, alumni we mainly look into the number of alumni registered in the our portal and upgradation regarding the data. These are the main thing we look into. Then some any alumni endowment, all those we look into. We usually check in the department. And coming on to the governance, we mainly look into the minutes of the meeting with the relevant target which department and top management had put into. Then what is the action taken to achieve those target. And we look into the IOE objective also, institutional objective table, the target status. Even even the job responsibilities updated according to the designation. Even conduction of orientation program, faculty empowerment strategies like FDPs, faculty development program, conduct a conference, workshop, awareness program also. All these activities we will look into, and we will look for the proof for conducting all these activities. Even we look into the faculty attrition and grievance also. Any grievance from the faculty, how it has been addressed, action taken on that grievance also we'll look into. Then feedback from the stakeholders, parents, as I told you earlier, even from the industry we take the feedback. And not only feedback regarding the student employment, we even consider their feedback during the revamping of our syllabus. Usually we will send our syllabus to the revamped syllabus to the employers, even in other stakeholders. So we get good feedback from them when we try to incorporate in the syllabus. Even each department is assigned with the risk mitigation plan, and we look into the risk mitigation plan adopted by the each department. Even SWC and best practices. Even our checklist covers to environmental aspect also. Mainly when it comes to the environmental aspect, we mainly look into lab manual and safety requirements as per the NAC. Even work instruction, the updated work instruction. Some of the times new machine will come, and usually installation may take some time, and it may forget also. So we look into that also when it was received, and when the installation was done. And each equipment and each activity what we do in the lab should have an aspect impact register. This is usually with the department, and during the audit we usually check this. Even the fire safety awareness among faculties and students also is one of the major thing. We usually conduct 2 times in a year this fire and safety mock drill. Then paper and water electricity consumption. So these are the things which we covered in our checklist. And each year we review this, and whatever new things we have adopted, we will put process. Any new process has been adopted, that also will be included in the checklist. And usually during the audit we usually tell the auditors to find out a maximum of maximum number of NCs, report the maximum number of NCs and observation. And we do not consider it as a fault finding mission. It is for improvement of the system. So these are the way that IQAC actually contribute to the NAC accreditation. Sir,
Yes, sir.
any question? If you have, I can take those questions.
Participants, if you have any questions, kindly post in the chat box. Participants, if you have any questions, kindly post it immediately. Sir,
Yes.
sir, we have not received any questions from the participants, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir. Sir, thank you very much, sir. That was a truly inspiring and informative speech, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you all.
Yes, sir. Sir, shall we proceed to the vote of thanks, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir. Now I request Mrs. Ayama Madam, IQAC Coordinator, School of Allied Sciences, Puducherry, to deliver the vote of thanks.
A warm afternoon to our most valued guest, pillars, faculties, and our dear students. A big thank you to Professor Mr. Vivek Raghavan sir taking his precious time out and consenting to be the chief guest. I am sure the participants, all the presents here, will have a lot take away from the speech. We will ever remain grateful to you, sir, and we thank you for being with us today. I sincerely thank you, Professor Dr. B. Nanashekaran sir, Director of Internal Quality Assurance Cell, VMRFDU Salem, for the encouragement and support, sir. We would like to thank our Professor Dr. B. Sendil Kumar sir, Dean and Director, Allied Health Science, for the logistic support and guidance. I extended my sincere thanks to our Mr. Andrew John Silvester sir, Director in charge, School of Allied Health Science, Puducherry. Also, I would like to extend a special thanks to Dr. Sam Tamburaj sir, Principal, Vinayaga Mission College of Physiotherapy, Salem, for the supporting us in organization of the quality webinar. As no program can become successful with a single person, so I extended my big thanks to faculties and students for the enormous support and making with the event successful with your contribution. Thank you very much.